Hi, writers. It's Megan live in All Writers Welcome. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. I hope you're getting to spend the day with people you love, and I hope you're getting to take some time to reflect on what you feel grateful for, because just the act of feeling grateful actually is good for our health. It makes us feel so much better. It keeps us focused on what's working and what we appreciate. And so super important. So I don't want to take a lot of your time because I hope you are celebrating. Hello, Anne, great to see you. I hope you're celebrating and having a wonderful time, whether you're with family or friends, or whether you work 379 days of the year and this is one day where you're working less. I hope you get to take some time. But I wanted to jump in and talk about gratitude in relation to writing. And so whether you're seeing this live or you're watching this later, I hope you take a few minutes to focus on an attitude of gratitude in relation to your writing. So I've come up with a couple of questions, and I'm going to invite anybody who's watching live to jump in right now and answer in the comments. And even if you're watching later, if you're watching the recording, go ahead and add your comments to the stream. Let's try to make this a long thread of gratitude, of being in the mindset that what we appreciate, we make more of. Hey, Shauna, happy Thanksgiving. So nice to see you. So with that in mind, all right, are you guys ready? My first question to you is, what was a writing first for you in 2017? We're coming up on the end of the year. What was something you did in your writing this year that was a first? You hadn't done it before. And that might be something really big, like you published a book. That might be something that feels smaller, but to you is really big, like sharing your writing with somebody for the first time. So think about it. What was your writing first in 2017? And whatever that is, whether it feels big or small or somewhere in between, take a minute to celebrate that. You pushed yourself, you stretched, you got out of your comfort zone. My writing first in 2017 was I co-authored a book with somebody else. And that was something I thought was going to be really challenging. And it turned out to be wonderful. It was such a good experience. So what's your writing first? That's the first question. All right. Up next, what was your writing? What's a big writing win you had in 2017? What is something that happened for you? Go back, think all the way starting in January up to this point. What has been a win? Nice. Anne says, joining the academy and finally realizing you can't do it on your own. You don't have to do it on your own. I mean, you could be a superwoman, and you are a superwoman. So you probably would make it happen, but it's like, we don't have to make things as hard for ourselves as we sometimes think. So getting the help and support, and really also getting the momentum of being in the All Writers Welcome Academy. Oh, that's awesome. So think about, what was your writing win? Again, was it something small? Was it like, oh, I finally got through that hard chapter? Or, I am blogging every week? Or was it something really big? You hit publish, you finally connected with a cover designer who's rocking your world. Think about your writing win. All right, next up, what is something really hard in your writing that you did this year? Something you came up against and you pushed through and you did it anyway. Oh, I'd love to hear. What was something that you guys came up against? And focus on the fact that you got through it in whatever way you got through it. Focus on, all right, I made it work. Yeah, Shauna got a blog up and going. Yeah, it's so powerful to do the thing we've been meaning to do for a while. To go, I want my author website up so I have more visibility, and having that blog up. Congratulations, Shauna. That's really celebration worthy. And did her conflict map. Ooh, yeah, something challenging, but that's so helpful to keeping your writing going, and getting that big picture, the bird's eye view. So really powerful stuff. So think about, what was something hard you did, but you handled it, you addressed it, you got through it. That's a great way to celebrate and be grateful to the effort and energy you put into it. All right, my next question for you all. What writing risks have you taken this year, what's something you did that got you outside of your comfort zone? You're like, I don't know about this, but I'm doing it anyway. And you just went for it. And how does it feel? Did you, what kind of results did you get? And really use this question as an opportunity to think about, what does it feel like when you stretch, when you get outside of your comfort zone? Did the world end? I don't think so. I'm still here. We're still going. So think about a writing risk you took, and maybe it'll start you thinking, oh, what's the next level? What's the next risk I want to take next year in 2018? What's a writing risk I could take that would help me go to my next level in writing? All right, and finish this sentence. I'm grateful to writing because it lets me. How would you finish that thought? I personally am grateful to writing because it lets me share things that are important to me with other people. This has been such a fun year for me, creating lots of writing material for you all here in the All Writers Welcome Facebook group, and for our programs, Write, Market, and Publish Your Book in 4 months, and the All Writers Welcome Academy. I've been having so much fun taking my thoughts and writing them down so that I can share them with other people, and finding it so powerful, and loving that. So I'm feeling really grateful to writing for that. Anne says, realizing I could finally write my own stories instead of writing fan fiction. Yes, that is such, I love that you saw that. You went, if I can do the fan fiction, if I can use other people's characters and worlds, I bet I can do my own. And then, Anne, looking at the world building material you've been sharing in the All Writers Welcome Academy, it's like, whoa, you're a pro at this. You know everything about who's doing what with magic. I mean, it's so powerful. I'm glad you took that chance. Shauna says, it lets me express what I feel I can't not write. Oh, I feel you there. Yeah. It's so good you got your blog up, Shauna, because it's you feel compelled to share what's in your heart and what's in your mind. And Anna's also saying, I'm grateful for writing because it allows me to share part of myself with others. Yeah, it's so powerful to be able to get our thoughts down in a way that lets us polish them, and then other people get to read them and go, oh, that's so beautiful, or that's so moving, or whatever it is. So that's actually a perfect segue, because these first set of questions were about your own writing practice. But now I want to branch it out a little bit and have you guys think about books and authors that you're grateful. So a couple more questions. What's a book that makes you happy whenever you read it? What's a book you just can pick it up and you start reading it and you just feel joyful? One of mine is definitely Madeleine L'Engle's A Wrinkle in Time. I loved it when I was in elementary school. I love it now. It's just such a beautiful story of somebody finding herself, and just well told. They're making a movie next year. I'm so excited. I can't wait. So what's a book that makes you happy every time you pick it up, or maybe even just think about it? I'd love to hear about those. Maybe something funny or lighthearted, or just a story that has a special place in your heart for whatever reason. What's a book that makes you happy? Okay, next question. What's a book that inspired you to start writing? What's a book that you read and you went, oh, I wish I could write stories like this. I want to write stories. Or maybe you read a book and went, if so-and-so can do it, I can do it, because this is not the best story ever. What's a book that inspired you to start writing? Ooh, The Immortal series by Alison Noel. I don't know that. Cinder and Ella by Kelly Cram. Ooh, see, I'm getting some good book recommendations too. I'm not familiar with these, but there are books that have the power to inspire us and say, I want to start writing. Yes, and in answer to your question, I did look at your magic world, and it looks like you totally nailed it. You have a perfect sense of what are the requirements for doing magic and who can do it. And I love how you built the magic into the political and the social spectrum. So certain people are allowed and certain people aren't allowed. And if you abuse the privilege, then ooh, woe to you. White Dragon by Anne McCaffrey. Yeah. Oh, such great books that stay with us and make us go, I want to do that. How about a book that helped you through a hard time? What's a book that you read and it made you feel better, it gave you comfort, or made you think, if that character can make it through what she went through, I can make it through what I'm going through? Any books that helped you get through really tough times? The Notebook. Oh. Yeah, so, reading other people's stories, sometimes we just get so connected to characters, we think, okay, things will be okay. It's almost like having a friend. Wild by Cheryl Strayed. Oh, yeah, I can see that would be a powerful one. So if you think of how powerful these books have been for you, you think about books that just make you happy, or books that inspired you to write in the first place, or books that help you through hard times, and books we're grateful to. Ooh, Insomnia by Stephen King helped you get through your mom's death. It's a very good book, not like his typical, oh, wow, that's so powerful. I mean, going through the grieving process and wanting that comfort, and finding it for whatever reason in a book. Aragon by Christopher, I never pronounce his name correctly, Paglioni. Some great books. Okay, so if you think of the books that have inspired you, I want you now to think about the book that you are currently working on, or that you have in mind to work on, and imagine how that book could speak to other people, right? You can be the author who writes the book that helps somebody through a hard time. You can be the author who writes the book that just makes somebody happy whenever that person picks up the book. You can write the book that makes somebody joyful. They just think of the title and they go, oh, I love that book. Oh, Shel Silverstein and Dr. Seuss inspired you to write, says Sarah, and you've always wanted to write like them. Oh, how fun. I love it. I mean, in such a whimsical, lovely style, right? What inspires us is so personal and so powerful. And so I want you all to think of your books and the stories you write and just go, okay, I could be somebody who inspires other people to write. I could be somebody who helps people through hard times or gives them joy. And just sit with that for a minute. First, let that sink in, like, ooh. And then the question is, what would you need to do to be able to do that? Well, it's a pretty simple answer. You need to get your book out into the world, right? You need to take your writing and your storytelling from something you do that's satisfying to you and that fills your cup, and transform it into something that also, it still fills your cup, but it also inspires other people and brings them joy and helps them through the most difficult moments in life. So as this year closes and we're thinking about moving into 2018, I want to challenge all of you to think about how in the coming year you will take your books and put them out into the world so that your books can be the ones people are talking about on a Facebook Live, going, oh, yes, that book by Shauna Austin, it moved me so much and it helped me get through this challenging time, to make your book the book that inspires others and grows the joy and supports people when they need support. So think about that. Think about all the risks you've taken in writing. Think about all the challenges you've had this year and how you've gotten through them. Think of all the wins you've had. And now it's time to put those into your big brave pot, your pot of like all your courage. Add in all of the wins you've had this year and the risks you've already taken, and let's prepare you to launch your book. And there's a really, really simple one-step way you can do that and get ready to do that. And it's by joining Ella and me in our book launch Like a Boss pop-up Facebook group. It is popping up starting on December 1st, and we're going to just offer free trainings and Q&As about the process of launching your book and getting it out into the world so that you can be the author who inspires people. You can be the author who makes people laugh, who brings joy and all that good stuff. So the easiest thing to do is to head over to our website, allwriterswelcome.com/boss, and you can read all about the trainings we're doing for book launch Like a Boss, and you can join that group. Now, it pops up December 1st, so when you join, you won't get in right away. There's no, there's crickets right now. There's nothing going on. But starting December 1st, this is going to be a super fun and intense, all about book launching like a boss and getting you ready, putting you in that mindset and giving you the information and the tools and the knowledge you need to really start putting your book out into the world in 2018. So again, that's at allwriterswelcome.com/boss, book launch like a boss. Join that Facebook group. Join now so that on December 1st, you're ready to dive in and start with the trainings and all the fun stuff that's going to be on there. Oh, awesome. Amanda says, request already sent in. Fantastic. Teresa says, I love the ability to write my poems at a thought. Ooh, to just get them down as they come to you is how I'm interpreting that. That sounds good. Sarah's saying, I'm hoping my book, oh, I thought you said your book addiction. This is a serious. You said you're hoping your book on addiction helps someone want to be off drugs one day. Oh my goodness, how powerful, right? And books have this power for us. When we read other people's stories, whether they're true stories or they're fictional stories, we see hope for ourselves. That's exactly what happens. We watch a character go through it and we go, okay, if she can do it, I'm willing to give it a try. Oh, Sarah, that's my hope as well. I really hope that happens. And it's so powerful, and I want you all to be those powerful authors. So come join us for the pop-up Facebook group starting December 1st. It's called Book Launch Like a Boss, #blab with 2 L's. And you can sign up and get all the information and see the trainings we're going to be doing at allwriterswelcome.com/boss. And we really hope we see you guys there, because we are ready to see you all of the fabulous people in this group, getting your books out, published to lots and lots of people. We see so much talent in this group. We see so much dedication. We see so many people who say, I am going to make my dream of writing come true. I am not satisfied to just let it be something I do if I get to it. I am really committed to it. And so we want to give you guys that push and that challenge in a supportive, fun place, of course. But we want to give you that momentum you need so that you can get those books out in 2018. Launch them, get them selling, get people reading them, and do what Sarah's talking about. Help the people who need help, bring joy where you need to bring joy. Ooh, Anne says, I would love my audience to get lost in my world. Yeah, so fun when you know you can create that experience for people. Lori, I am taking today off. I don't know if you recognize this different background. I am with my family. I am going to go enjoy some turkey. I am really excited. But I'm feeling grateful. And one of the things I'm definitely grateful for is all of the writers I get to connect with in All Writers Welcome. And so it wouldn't feel like Thursday if I didn't get to come in and talk to you all. All right, if you missed the beginning of this video, I want to encourage you to watch it from the beginning and go through and answer the questions I pose and use them as a way to focus on what you're grateful for. Because I'll tell you a secret, the most successful innovators and the people who do really hard, really challenging, really new stuff, what they have a habit of doing is pausing, reflecting, and celebrating before they move on and do the next stage of something new and challenging and involving risk. So hopefully today you get to have some time off and focus on all the things in all the parts of your life you're feeling grateful for, but please count writing among them and go through and check out the questions so you can really focus on what you've accomplished this year and celebrate it and own it, because you're ready to move on to the next stage. Y'all are ready to launch, and that is going to be fun but scary. So take some time now, reflect, celebrate, really own how much you've learned and how much you've grown in the past year as a writer and as a human being generally. And then we'll be ready to take you all to the next step. All right, and allwriterswelcome.com, book launch like a boss, allwriterswelcome.com/boss is where you'll find all the info for joining the Book Launch Like a Boss Facebook group, and I will put that link in the comments. I wish you all a very wonderful, happy Thanksgiving and a joyful, joyful day with people you love. All right, take care all. Bye.